All right, today we're diving into a really powerful short story by the legendary author Munshi Premchand. It's called Kusum, and it's about a young woman whose marriage starts off with a mystery that is just deeply painful and confusing. I mean, just imagine this for a second. You get married, you're full of hope, and then your new husband just refuses to speak to you. Not a single word. That right there is the soul-crushing heart of Kusum's story. So the story actually kicks off not with Kusum, but with her father, a man named Mahashay Naveen. He shows up and he is in a state of complete and utter desperation, and he's basically begging for help to save his heartbroken daughter. He lays it all out. His wonderful daughter, Kusum, is just wasting away. They've been married for a full year, and in that entire time, her husband has not said one single thing to her. And as if that's not bad enough, he's already planning to marry someone else. And this cruelty is just total. It's not just that he's being cold, it's like he's trying to erase her completely. A whole year of silence. He won't even read her letters, he just sends them right back, unopened. She's falling apart, physically and emotionally, and now she's facing the ultimate humiliation of being replaced. Okay, so to really get what Kusum is going through, we have to look at the letters she wrote. The same letters her husband refused to even look at. These letters, they're really the heart of the story. They're a window right into her soul as she's desperately trying to figure this all out. Her first letter is just this raw, desperate plea. You can feel the confusion. She isn't even angry. She's just bewildered. She's thinking, it must be me. What did I do wrong? What crime could I have possibly committed to deserve this? And this is where it just gets absolutely heartbreaking. She starts picking herself apart, blaming herself for everything. She wonders if she's not educated enough, maybe not modern enough for him. She literally promises to change every single thing about herself, to become whoever he wants, if he'll just give her one kind look. And this metaphor she uses, wow, it just says everything about how dependent she feels. She sees herself as the vine, and he's the tree. Without him to cling to, she truly believes she'll just wither away and die. It really speaks volumes about how society at the time conditioned women to see their entire value wrapped up in their husband. So after months and months of this torment, something inside her just breaks. The pleading stops, the tone in her letters changes. She's starting to accept the crushing reality of it all, that he's left her for good. Her only request is a practical one. Just send my things back. It's like the fight has just gone out of her. While the narrator reads these letters and is understandably furious, he decides he's going to go confront the sky himself. And this, right here, is where everything changes. We're about to find out the real, shocking reason behind all this cruelty. So the narrator shows up, ready for a fight, expecting to meet some kind of monster. But what he finds is a polite, well-spoken, charming young man that everybody in the community seems to love. The disconnect is just jarring. How could this seemingly decent person be capable of doing something so awful? The mystery just gets deeper. Now, before we hear the husband's side, you have to understand his worldview. See, for him, marriage isn't about love or partnership. Nope. For him, marriage is a business deal. It's a way to get what he wants. His wife isn't a partner. She's a tool. And there it is, the whole shocking truth, right from his own mouth. His big life ambition was to go study in England. And get this, he married Kusum thinking her dad would foot the bill. When that money didn't just appear, he started his campaign of silent torture as a punishment, as leverage. So all this pain, this silent treatment, it was never about her at all. It was just a cold, hard tactic to squeeze money out of her family. Now that the demand is out in the open, everything shifts. This is where the real battle begins. Not between a husband and wife, but between two completely different ideas about what a daughter is worth. So when the narrator brings this unbelievable news back, what does Kusum's father do? He doesn't even blink. He's devastated by the reason, of course, but he's just desperate to end his daughter's suffering. He immediately agrees to pay the thousands of rupees needed. He just sees it as the price to pay to buy his daughter's happiness and save her marriage. So you've got these two totally opposite ways of thinking, right? Her father, probably feeling all this societal pressure, sees only one path. Pay the ransom, save the marriage, no matter the cost. But Kusum? Oh, when she hears the truth, her reaction is something else entirely. She sees it for exactly what it is, extortion. And she chooses to save herself instead. This is her moment. The second she hears that her happiness is basically being held for ransom, something inside her just snaps. And she flat out refuses. She calls it what it is, dacoity, like bandits demanding a payout. For the very first time, she sees him not as this god she has to please, but as a lowly, arrogant, and selfish man. And that's it. She says she doesn't even want to see his face ever again. And that one word, no, it changes everything. This is the start of her powerful transformation from a woman who was completely broken into one who finally understands her own worth. I mean, just look at this journey. She starts out as a victim, literally begging for a kind work. Then the ugly truth awakens something in her, and she refuses to be bought and sold. And that refusal, it unlocks her final form. A strong, self-reliant woman who finds her value not in some man, but deep within herself. So fast forward a year, and the change has stuck. She has never looked back. She doesn't write him letters. She doesn't wait for him. When her father even brings up the idea of trying to reconcile, she won't even let him say her husband's name. It's a clean break, absolutely final. And this leads us to the final, beautiful image of the story. Her whole appearance has changed along with her spirit. The face that was once so pale and full of pain is now glowing. And what's making it glow? Not a husband's love, but the radiance of self-respect and freedom. She found her own happiness by choosing her dignity over a toxic relationship. You know, this story leaves us with a really big question, one that's just as relevant now as it was back then. In any relationship, we all compromise, right? But at what point does that compromise turn into a transaction? Where do you draw the line between giving a little and, well, selling a piece of your own soul? It's definitely something to think about. Hey, if you enjoyed digging into the story with us, make sure to hit that like button, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more deep dives into incredible literature. And don't forget to hit that bell so you never miss our next one. Thanks for hanging out with us.